Hi, friends. This is a really fun little wintry bookish haul. I have some romances here. I have a spooky tale. I have some young adults. I have some spicy tales. So I am super, super excited to share some of these little wintry books. Um, since we're coming towards the end of the year, I thought, why not pull out some books that are perfect for Christmas time, the holidays, as well as a spooky tale, one that I actually had my eye on. So let's hop right into it. All these books will be listed below. Before we start, please grab a cozy drink, get comfy. This is a super interesting episode because it's just you and me, and we're talking books and we're just kind of hauling it all together. Some of these books I've read, some of these books I'm going to be reading this winter, so I will keep it vague as always. Additionally, please follow if you're listening on Spotify. Leave a nice little rating, it really helps. Subscribe on YouTube, hype if you'd like, and do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just be kind. Okay, so let's hop right into it. The first book I want to mention is a romance, and this is The 7 Year Itch by Amy Daws. I got this book from a friend for my birthday, so I just want to say thank you. Additionally, this book is an enemies to lovers. It's the second book in a series. It has humor, it has lots of tension, great banter, and you don't have to read the series to enjoy this book. So let's hop right into a little description from the back. All I wanted was a casual plus one to my brother's destination wedding, but those idiots on my family tree hacked my dating profile and sabotaged my quest for the perfect weekend fling. Now I'm stuck on a tropical island with only my hand to keep me company until I am forced to share a room with the bane of my existence. Ooh, okay. My sister in law's best friend. Dakota has hated me the past 7 years, but I wasn't losing much sleep over her screaming rants because she was some other guy's problem. Or she was until she got divorced. Being stuck in paradise with a woman who loathes your very existence doesn't sound hot. But after an unexpected moment in our shared palpa, she starts screaming at me in a different way. What happens in paradise stays in paradise. That is, until Dakota shows up on my mountain with a proposition, be her wingman to help her regain her pre divorce confidence. Suddenly, Dakota's not just a person I love to fight with, she's the woman I want everything with. This is super, super cute. And I'm just saying, I've been loving reading this. I really, really enjoy how in these stories by this author, you get lots of humor. This also follows brothers on a mountain. So you get to hear about their love stories, and they're all a little bit grumpy. And there's usually an animal involved, like someone has a pet, and it's super cute. In this case, the male love interest has a cat named Milkshake who he adopted and rescued. And it's just really, really cute. There is lots of spice, but the humor is insane and I love it. So that's my first one. Okay, the next one is also spicy romance. I promise they are not all spicy romances, but this one's super fun. And this is A Pack for Winter by Alenia Lee. I'm so sorry if I said her name wrong. This is another birthday gift from a good friend on Instagram. So thank y'all. This book is a white shoes. It follows a teacher. This is also in the Omega verse. So this person does not shapeshift into a werewolf, but they do have like scent and mates and all of that. This is also set in a small town. So it has cozy elements along with lots of yearning. It does have some of the elements from like wolfy romances like Heat, but it also has three really unique love interests and it has queer representation and it's really, really like I couldn't stop reading it. It was really good. And I just have to say that like I cannot wait to read A Pack for Summer, which is one of the characters in this book is her one of her best friends. I also loved all the male love interests. They were really unique in their own ways. They were all quite individuals. They didn't really blend together, which I can see happening sometimes in White Shoes. They're very unique. So let's read the back of this one. She's resigned to being single. They're on a mission to change her mind. Ivy Noel Winter is content with being 31-year-old unbonded Omega with no prospects of a pack. She adores teaching fifth grade, but has wonderful friends, and that baking show marathon she isn't going to finish itself. Not until a snowstorm and a power outage traps Ivy in her classroom after hours with three men. Rome, the new alpha music teacher, James, the flirtatious beta vet he's bound to, and Logan, the town's grumpy alpha electrician. Their scents call to Ivy and her body answers, setting off her first ever mini heat. When the pheromones settle, she gets a proposition beyond her wildest dreams, a chance to be a pack. But there's no such thing as a perfect courtship, especially when the biggest roadblock to happiness might be Ivy herself. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Perfect balance of spicy and cozy. Okay, so going into my next book, we are going to hop into two young adult stories that I really want to share. The first one is Love in Wonderland by Ebola Bello. This one I actually got at my silent book club. I'm super excited to read this. This is a young adult and it has two Black main characters as well as a little bookstore. The setting is adorable. It's getting very much Hallmark and I love to see it. So let's hop into this one. Charming, handsome Trey Anderson is struggling to balance the pressures of school popularity with a job at his family's local bookshop, Wonderland. Quirky, creative Ariel Spencer needs tuition for an art program of her dreams, and an opening at Wonderland is the answer. When Trey and Ariel learn that the Wonderland is on the brink of being shut down by a neighborhood gentrifier, they team up to stop the doors from closing before Christmas Eve deadline and embark on a hate to love journey that will change them forever. Heartwarming, romantic, this read is the gift that keeps on giving, no matter the season. Oh my gosh, this is super, super cute. Young adult, we love to see it. And I really, really like when two people have to work together to fix a problem and there ends up being chemistry and love. Okay, next one. This is actually a book that I'm going to be discussing with the author. This is coming out very soon. But by the time that you hear this episode, it'll be coming out December 9th. So that's super exciting. And this is Secret Spells and Chocolate. So for fans of any cooking shows who really love competitions and friendship and magical schools, this is for you. It was also written by a real life chef who was actually on Top Chef season 2. So let's hop right into it. Sylvie Jones has been dreaming of attending her mom's alma mater, Brindle School of Culinary Arts and Magic, since she was old enough to reach the stove. Unfortunately, her last name has a horrible stain on it and something that could destroy her dream. So when Sylvie is given the opportunity to prove her skills and put an end to the rumors that her mother cheated her way to victory at the most prestigious magical cooking competition, the Golden Whisk, she takes it. But the opportunity may not be all it's cracked up to be. If Sylvie truly wants to make her own mark and earn a place at Brindle, she needs to uncover the truth on what happened all those years ago. But some will go to great lengths to ensure Sylvie fails, and she soon finds herself entangled in a web of deceit. With unlikely help of a frenemy, George Shaw, and the rising star student Flora Jackson, Sylvie must find a way to get the Golden Whisk All-Star competition and uncover the past before time runs out. Will she be able to redeem her family's name and save her future, or will it all end in burned butter and broken dreams? And that's Secret Spells and Chocolate. This comes out December 9th of this year. And the author is such a sweetie pie, and I cannot wait for you all to read this as soon as possible. Okay, next one. We are hopping into some LGBTQIA plus wintery romances, and I'm so, so excited for this. Oh my gosh. So the first one is actually one I mentioned last year. I meant to read it, but life got crazy, and that is Make the Season Bright. This is a second chance romance. It also happens to have musical elements where the love interest actually used to be in a band, and it's super cute. I also kind of felt like this gave Hallmark vibes because there is like dating situations and games, and like they don't want people to know they previously dated. So it's kind of like faking it, but there's still feelings there. Ashley Herring Blake also wrote one of my favorite queer series. It was 3 books, and they followed 3 friends and their love stories. I read that last year, and I flew through them. They were so good. So let's hop right into this one. Two exes find themselves stuck at the same house for Christmas, and this holiday romance by Ashley Herring Blake, US Today bestselling author of Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. It's been 5 years since Charlotte Donovan was ditched at the altar by her ex-fiance, and she's doing just fine. Sure, her mother never checks in, but she has a string ensemble at the Rosalind Quartet, and her life in New York is a dream come true. As the holidays draw near, her ensemble mate Salone persuades Charlotte and the rest of the quartet to spend Christmas with her family in Colorado. It is much cozier and quieter than Manhattan. It would guarantee more practice time for the quartet's upcoming tour. But when Sylvie arrives, she discovers that Salone's sister Adele also brought a friend home, and that friend is no other than her ex, Brighton. All Brighton Fairbrooke wanted was to have the holliest, jolliest Christmas and try to forget that her band kicked her out. But instead, she's stuck pretending that she and her ex are strangers. Mm. Which proves to be difficult when Salone and Adele's mom signs them all up for a series of Christmas dating events. Charlotte and Brighton are soon entrenched in horseback riding, cookie decorating, and Charlotte won't talk to her. After a few days, however, things start to slip through. Memories, music, the way they used to play together. Brighton on guitar, Charlotte on her violin, and it all feels painfully familiar. But it's in the past, and nothing can melt the ice in their hearts, right? And that is Make the Season Bright. This is Sapphic, and ooh, it just is giving very much everything we need. Okay, the next one I am here for because it has like the holiday vibes and I love it. This is I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgia K. Boone. This looks super, super cute. They end up switching houses. One is going through a heartbreak and trying to kind of find herself again, and the other one ends up going to the cozier location and may or may not catch feelings for someone that is kind of forbidden, and I'm here for it. For the fans of the holiday comes a heartwarming Christmas house swap rom com debut, in which finding yourself and finding love go hand in hand. B. Tyler needs a break. In the bustling San Francisco tech community, no one ever seems to stand still, especially her perfect sister and business partner, Beth. So when her best friend suggests a getaway on the wildly popular house swap app Vacate, B decides a country retreat may be exactly what she needs. Clover Mills has had a year. Between losing her mother and making the complicated decision to leave her fiance, sticking around the idyllic Christmas obsessed town of Salem, Ohio just doesn't feel right. So when she hears about Vacate, she jumps at the chance to spend the holidays in an unfamiliar city of San Francisco. Soon enough, Bee is living in Clover's cozy Salem cottage, and Clover is living in Bee's sleek San Francisco apartment. As Clover can't seem to stop running into Bee's frustratingly gorgeous sister, and Bee finds herself spending more and more time with Clover's enchanting ex-fiance Knox, the two women realize that Christmas may find just what they were looking for and more. This looks super, super cute, and I am 100% here for it, as well as these sapphic vibes and just finding love, finding yourself. And I adore the movie The Holiday. So if you haven't seen it, see it. It's so freaking good. And this looks amazing too. Okay. This next one's a little cheeky. I pre-ordered my copy and I'm glad I did because it just immediately drew my attention. And that is How the Bitch Stole Christmas by Shannon O'Connor. You heard me right. And let's hop right into it. A sapphic bookstore saving Romeo and Juliet holiday romance. Jax loves books more than anything in the world, except her grandmother. While caring for her grandmother, who took care of her entire life, also means taking care of the family bookstore, which these days mainly means keeping it out of the hands of the Monroes, the town's oldest and greediest family. She served eviction papers and is told that she has 30 days to raise the funds or hand over the deed to the bookstore. This is giving Hallmark at this point, but this also has spice, y'all. For years, Elora L's family has been tearing down buildings to make more money. Not wanting any part in it, she moved to New York and became a lawyer. Now she's called back this holiday season in the hopes of her family gaining the deed to the town's bookstore. While what starts as a rivalry between the owner's granddaughter and grumpy lawyer from the big city turns into a holiday romance of finding love where you least expect it. As Elle starts to fall for this small town in the holidays, she also begins to fall for Jax. And Jax learns not to judge books by its resting bitch face. And that is How the Bitch Stole Christmas by Shannon O'Connor. Oh my gosh, this is super, super thin. I know it has romance. I know it has a bookstore. I know it has spice and plus size representation. And we love to see it. Okay, the next one, this is a retelling. This comes out June 27th of next year. And I actually got a copy, but it gives me kind of wintry vibes. I can't wait to have the author on the podcast. And I just had to share it with you guys. And that is A Dance with Death by Amanda Linsmeier. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. Thank you for this arc. I really wanted to shout it out on this little cozy wintry book haul because I feel like it definitely does give wintry vibes. It's a dark romance and it's Really, really good. So add it to your TBRs, y'all. So let's hop right into it. Each word is nuanced as he warns, do not ever steal from me again. Corliss Bell would do anything to bring her older sister Evan back to life. When a town mystic tells Corliss there's a demon living nearby who may be the key in returning Evan to life, she's emboldened by the idea of getting her beloved sister back. Corliss sneaks into the demon's dilapidated mansion to beg for his help. But instead of finding him, she discovers a pair of enchanted red ballet slippers and steals them. The demon comes to reclaim what is his, but finds Corliss and the slippers hopelessly intertwined. He imprisons her in his mansion, forcing her to dance for him every evening as a punishment for stealing. Far from a helpless captive, Corliss begins to work out a plan to bring Avian back to life as soon as she can convince the demon Orion to help her. Hauntingly beautiful, with lush prose and vividly creepy atmosphere, A Dance with Death is a compulsively juicy read that will wind its way into your psyche, part horror, part magic. This gothic love story you didn't know you were missing. And that is A Dance with Death by Amanda Linsmeier. Ooh, this looks so, so good, and I cannot wait to have her on the podcast. Once again, this comes out in January 27th of 2026. I was so close to saying June. It is January, okay, of next year. All right. The next ones we're going to hop into. I am beyond excited to share. And this one's short and one is long. And this is Christmas Cupid. This is sapphic. It's set in a bakery. People be finding love in here. Listen, sweets, love, sapphic. I love to see it. And maybe a little bit of magic. Christmas Cupid by Barbara Winks. Let's dive into it. Does a small town bakery offer more than the sweet holiday treats, or has its owner found a clever marketing ploy? Natasha's favorite way of spending Christmas is on a beach with a cocktail, far away from the mistletoe and cheer she doesn't believe in. She's not happy when her boss sends her to the small town of Pinedale to investigate the legend of Christmas Cupid. In the Magic Christmas Bakery, customers have fallen in love with sweet treats for generations. Natasha is prepared to uncover a scam until she meets Ivy, the third generation owner of the bakery and the current Christmas Cupid. Instead of a fraud, Natasha discovers seasonal delicacies and meets the couples who are blessed by the bakery's matchmaking magic. As the story changes, is it possible that a cynic like her could fall for a woman who is all about helping others to find the one? Sorry, my cat is all over me. Okay. So this is Christmas Cupid and it looks absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh. And it's super, super small. So you can fly right through it. The next one is going to be all over Instagram because the author is literally the author of First Time Caller. Such a cute romance. The sprayed edges are freaking stunning. And there's magic and romance and yearning. This is from BK Borison and this is Good Spirits. What is it about? Let's dive into it. Fall in love with the ghost of Christmas past in this magical romance from the New York Times bestselling author of Love Light Farms and First Time Caller. He's the ghost of Christmas past, and she's not exactly the Scrooge. Ghost of Christmas past, Nolan Callahan intends to spend his holiday haunting like every other. Get in, get out, return to his otherwise aimless existence as a ghost awaiting the afterlife. But when he's faced with Harriet York, the sweetest assignment he's ever had, he suddenly finds himself wishing for a future. Harriet York has no idea why she's being haunted. She's a good person, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core, she always does what's expected of her. But as she and Nolan begin to examine her past, they discover there are threads that bind them together and realize there might be more to moving on than expected. With the deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, they will find the key to their future in each other's past, or will they stay firmly in the present, indulging in the future, an unexpected, spirited connection? And that is Good Spirits by BK Borison. This looks so freaking cute. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to read this. All right. So I only have two books left that I have physical copies of. Then I kind of have some Kindle books I want to share with you guys because I know there's some Kindle Unlimited folks out there and I do have some shout outs. So let's hop right into it. Okay. So this one actually just came out and it looks so freaking good. We love some Black romance. We love some Grumpy Sunshine. And that is A Night with Ms.Grinch. This is on Kindle Unlimited and it's by Lauren Lacey. It has fluffy romance, cute banter. It is a really quick novella and it does have reverse Grumpy Sunshine. It's also set to my knowledge in like a coffee shop setting. So I love that. So that's A Night with Miss Grinch. So let's hop right into it. Okay, A Night with Miss Grinch. I'm also going to find the description on Goodreads and read that from there. A Night with Miss Grinch is a steamy, small town black romance Christmas novella full of flirtatious banter, cozy holiday vibes, and irresistible chemistry. When interior designer Candy Kane, Beverly Mills' self proclaimed Grinch, gets snowed in with the sexy coffee shop owner Cole Winters, sparks fly faster than falling snow. With caffeine, temptation, and one unforgettable night, the opposites attract romance blends heat, humor, and heartfelt into the perfect holiday love story. Readers who enjoy cute, sweet, with dashes of spice with Hallmark, at the twist of vibes with a fall hard for A Night with Miss Grinch. This is only 93 pages and it's by Lauren Lacey. This looks absolutely adorable and I cannot wait to read it. Okay, the next one that I want to share, I have referenced before. I've also interviewed the author. She is wonderful. And that is two books by Holly June Smith. So let's hop right into it. The first one is from the Snowbound Secret series. You do not have to read them together, but it is so good. And that is Can I Tell You Something? This book is around 236 pages. It's spicy. I highly recommend it as an audiobook. This is important. Okay. Okay, let's hop into it. Hannah Richmond is about to spend Christmas with the man of her dreams. The man of Hannah's dreams has no idea she exists. Hannah, I've been desperately looking forward to Christmas in my family's snowy alpine chalet. 2 blissful weeks of skiing, eating, and sneaking off for naps to listen to my favorite audio erotica star. Yes, the man who warms my bed each night may have no idea I exist, but that doesn't matter. Me fantasizing about his spicy stories and filthy words are from my ears only. It's set to be the most relaxing Christmas ever until my brother shows up with an unexpected guest, Cameron. I'd planned to spend the holidays working. Just me, my microphone, and a lot of content for my subscribers of my audio erotica channel. When I convinced my best friend to fly home and surprise his family, I never expected he'd take me along for the ride. I didn't expect to find myself halfway up a mountain, and I definitely didn't expect to find out his sister is my biggest fan. These characters are also adults, so don't worry about getting the ick like, ah. No, they're adults. There's lots of spicy content in this story. There's lots of like, I don't know how to say it. Holly writes really, really good stories full of not only spice, but also love. And you come to really care for the characters. And the setting sounds absolutely gorgeous. Snowy, beautiful mountains, cozy hot chocolate, fuzzy socks, some flirting. And if you've ever listened to Lights Out and you loved the element of like him being into audio erotica, this book is also for you because it's more wintry and romantic and very, very much like a tease. And it's so good. So that's Can I Tell You Something by Holly June Smith. And I believe that is on Kindle. You can also find it as an audiobook. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, the next book that I want to mention is See You Next Winter. And this is the second book in the series. They could be read alone, but this one sounds really, really good. Okay. This is 240 pages, also on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm going to recommend it now. Kayla. Ryan Richmond and I have spent every Christmas since we were kids in the same snowy alpine village. As we grew, so did our chemistry. On our 18th winter, we made a festive Friends with Benefits take advantage of our limited time together, then wave goodbye with no strings attached. Those 2 weeks were the highlight of my year until, without warning, Ryan stopped coming here for the holidays. It broke my heart, and I'm determined not to waste another winter pining over him. Ryan. The best things about Christmas are snow, skiing, and sneaking around with Kayla McLean's. My oldest friend is funny, adventurous, and gorgeous. She is everything I'd want in a partner, if only she didn't live half a world away. We always agreed on a long distance relationship was pointless, but saying goodbye got harder and harder. I thought if I stopped visiting, I'd get over her, but I was wrong. I can't stay away anymore, and I'm hoping this year we can make this winter last forever. And that is See You Next Winter by Holly June Smith. It just sounds absolutely adorable. I devoured Can I Tell You Something? And I'm just so excited to read that book next. Okay. I'm on to my last romance recommendation, and then I'm going to recommend my graphic novel, Spooky Tale. I wanted to save that one for last. This last one I actually recently got. The reason I want to recommend it for this wintry vibe is because honestly, sometimes you need like a really, really, really good story to kind of pull you into the new year. And I feel like this is going to be that book. And that is The Gold Coast Dilemma by Nana Malone. So let's hop into it. So, aspiring editor Ofasa Otto has settled in fast paced Manhattan. She still considers Ghana's Gold Coast home. As a Ghanaian heiress, she loves her culture's vibrant traditions, including those that contradict her career driven lifestyle, like marrying a traditional Ghanaian man. But she can't forget a magical encounter with a stranger 2 years before. During an opulent publishing party, Ofasa met the dangerously handsome and flirtatious Cole. Their brief exchange over champagne culminated in a kiss that etched a permanent mark on her heart. When her big Ghanaian engagement transforms from a fairy tale to a spectacle, she is thrust into a whirlwind of heartbreak and self discovery. In the midst of it all, under far different circumstances from their magical first encounter, Ofasa and Cole rediscover their initial spark. In the face of her family's expectations and her true desires and dreams, Ofasa wonders, can a relationship with Cole overcome the weight of tradition? This looks absolutely amazing, and I just cannot wait to read it. So that is The Gold Coast Dilemma by Nana Malone. I feel this could really bring in the new year the right way, and it just sounds so full of heart, and I'm here for it. Okay. And the last book I want to mention in this episode is a horror graphic novel that I saw on social media, and I was like, ooh, this is calling to me. For folks who are watching right now, the new Pennywise show, for people who like Mindhunter and are really into some dark, spooky tales, stay with me. For everyone who was only here for the romance and the cozy and the sexy, y'all are free to go. You can like this, subscribe, and just leave the podcast a little bit of love. Okay, if you want to hear something spooky, stay. And don't worry, I won't let the monsters or creepy men get you. All right, so let's hop into it. This is The Deviant by James Tanyan and Joshua Higston with Hassan Otsman Eliu. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. And this is a Christmas story. It looks incredibly scary. It has a man in a Santa costume in the snow in the dark, standing alone, lit by like red light. So let's hop into this little spooky graphic novel set during winter. As snow falls over Milwaukee in 1973, a blood-stained Santa Claus commits unimaginable atrocities against young men. 50 years later, a troubled young writer interviews this so-called deviant killer, who still maintains his innocence from behind bars. And as Christmas approaches once again, the past returns, wielding a sharpened axe. Multiple Eisner Award-winning author James Tanyan and acclaimed artist Joshua Higston and Eisner Award-winning letterer Hassan Otsman Eliu unite for a pitch-black, taboo-shattering holiday horror story. And this book has collections of the first, second, third, and fourth book, all in this graphic novel. It looks incredibly dark and bleak. The art I heard was incredibly haunting, and it just sounds like a really good, spooky, wintry story. So those were my little spooky Halloween pick. That was my one. I put some romance in there. I put some young adults. I put some arcs. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Enjoy your holidays. I'll just keep releasing episodes. You'll always count on me for books and have an absolute